On the news this morning, Nigerian Navy pledges to secure Niger River. Outstanding journalists are given awards by Anambra State chapter of NUJ. Federal government urged to protect children from drug abuse. And on the foreign scene, Polish ruling party plans referendum on rejecting thousands of illegal immigrants. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the news at 7. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has commended the Nigerian Navy for their consistent roles in the ongoing operations to root out criminal elements in the state. Governor Soludo stated this when the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, paid him a courtesy visit at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, made particular reference to their effort in riverine areas who are operating in the waterways. We have details of this report from our studio.
The governor commended Vice Admiral Gallant on his recent appointment by President Bola Tinubu and described it as well-deserving. Governor Soludo was particular about the formidable collaboration in the existence among security agencies and called attention to the historical location of Anambra as a hub with links along the river Niger. Professor Soludo described the insecurity in the southeast region as self-inflicted criminality, which has become the huge existential threat, pointing out that Vice Admiral Gallant's strategy appointment will hopefully give voice to the region. He revealed that the increasing theft and bunkering around the Ogu-Ikpela area increases the demand for Navy presence in the state, adding that the region deserves to be livable and prosperous homeland.
I want to thank you, welcome you to Anambra. Anambra is like a hall and links, and I'm very, very pleased that with your support, with your strategic appointment and member of that security architecture, the leadership of the country, that there is this voice. We need to root this people, and light must come, because we desire to have a livable and prosperous homeland.
Earlier, Vice Admiral Gallant recalled the military and policy rules of the Navy across the country and described the Niger River as a vital asset, assuring that the maritime domain in Anambra State is secured. He assured that they will double their defense efforts to ensure that peace returns in the region, assured of continued collaboration with sister agencies, and appreciated the state government for their support.
The purpose of this visit is first of all to see our units and establishments as they are, so that we can assess the situation on ground with a view to finding out strategies on how to improve on our operation. So we have seen them and we have noted what we need to do. We are also seeking the collaboration of relevant agencies and stakeholders to come to our aid in rescuing this particular unit from completely submerging because of this erosion. The challenges they have did not significantly impact on their effectiveness. But we have taken note of those things to do so that we can improve on the operation, particularly in the area of anti-oil theft, which is one of the critical areas that we want to assess and bring out strategies to improve upon them.
In attendance were the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelu, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezeajoye, Principal Secretary to the Governor, Barrister JPC Anato, Commissioner for Homeland Affairs, Mr. Chikode Anara, Chief of Protocol and Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Chinedu Nwoye, Special Advisor to the Governor on Security, Vice Marshal Ben Chiobi, retired.
The outstanding contribution of journalists and their unwavering commitment was emphasized at the August 2023 Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Anambra Council Award ceremony. Correspondent Onyinye Agobeza was there and report.
In his address during the ceremony, Professor Ikechukwu Uboji, who is the chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, delivered a lecture aimed at preserving the sanctity of media as he underscored the media's constitutional role as the fourth estate of the realm, positioned to vigilantly oversee society's happenings, and emphasized that any attempt to undermine the media's role would not go without consequences. The Vice-Chancellor, Paul University, Awka, Professor Stella Okunna, echoed the sentiment by acknowledging the demanding and often precarious nature of journalism and praised journalists for their tireless dedication and urged them to remain steadfast in their noble pursuits. The chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra Council, Dr. Emeka Odogwu, encouraged journalists to take pride in their profession as they play a pivotal role in amplifying the voices of the marginalized and advocating for the downtrodden. The NUJ August 2023 award ceremony served as a platform to honor the outstanding achievements of journalists while shedding light on their unyielding commitment to truth and justice. In Awka, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NULJ, has expressed deep appreciation to Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo for efficient management of the union and labor relations in the state. The national president, NULJ, Comrade Ambali Akim Olatunji, while addressing NULJ Anambra State Chapter in Awka, said the union will continue to show solidarity and support the governor for him to actualize his visions for the state. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzukoe has details.
Comrade Olatunji frowned at the illegality hindering the progress of the union and appealed to members to collectively join hands to return it to its former glory. He explained that some illegal groups and dissidents are parading themselves as alternate leadership of the union without the approval or consent of the national leadership, but noted that the union was relying on the court order granted to some of them by a competent court of jurisdiction. He said that the national leadership has contacted the government of Anambra State to inform them that only one leadership and one union exists. He urged members of the union to be law-abiding.
Today we have to come here, address the statutory body, which is the State Executive Council, and also put the record straight. The national leadership frown at that illegality going on presently, and we have also contacted the government of Anambra State to let them know that it is only one leadership and one union that we know. The only registered union, NOGE, has its secretariat in number 26 Ajosa Adeogun Street, Abuja. And we are the only one registered by law, and we are the only one that has the certificate. So no group or individual has the right to come and parade or seize reign of leadership unconstitutionally, illegally.
On his part, the state chairman of NOGE, Comrade Chikwelu Adigwe, extolled NOGE president for the visit, reiterating that the state chapter of the union will continue to support Soludo's administration.
As the father of the union, and he said to address the press and the people of Anambrarians for the purpose of clarity and to give the union a direction.
Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The parish priest of St. Gabriel Catholic Church, Nodu Okpuno, Reverend Father Emmanuel Ofamata, says Jesus Christ is ever faithful to intervene in any turbulence of life and bring the situation to end. Reverend Father Ofamata, who stated this in a homily to mark Mass, said Jesus is the Master whose supremacy is second to none, and his presence brings any situation to an end. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzukoye tells us more.
He asked the parishioners to be good listeners, know when the Holy Spirit directs, and call upon the Lord with strong faith and belief they will experience God's miracles, as Christ manifested to his disciples when they experienced heavy storms.
He is here to save, and he is willing and able to save all of us. He will save you when you are bedeviled by problems. God upon you, and he will lift you.
At St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Mbahu,
The vicar, Venerable Justin Onyakabusi, noted that faith comes by the hearing of the words of God, and when one separates from activities of the church, growth will be difficult and frowned as many have left the way of God to pursue earthly desires.
If you fail, if you separate yourself from the fellowship of the church, growth will be difficult. Spiritual growth will be difficult.
Venerable Onyakabusi maintained that as a Christian, they should grow from primary level of faith to the highest echelon, pointing out that if one lacks growth, it means they are not responding to the spread of gospel, praying God to give them the grace to be high in faith. Meanwhile, the superintendent in charge of Oka Christ Holy Church International, Venerable David Achukwu, has encouraged women to promote peace and be optimistic in their homes while believing and accepting Christ, who will help to fight the forces in their way. Venerable Achukwu noted that in many homes, women are being molested and relinquished to the back, which is not supposed to be. He therefore charged every woman to be focused, strengthened, and be at the path of righteousness, for God, whom they serve, will intervene in their situations.
Women are being cautioned to look after themselves, to be careful, to be learned enough in a way that whenever they are in a home, that home must be a peaceful home.
Prayers were offered for God's interventions on hardships and economic crisis bedevailing the society, while Thanksgiving climaxed the service. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The federal government of Nigeria has been asked to ensure a policy and implementation on the new mental health law is put in place to protect children who are prone to indulging in such activities from harm. Speaking at a 6-day Girl Power Summit on the theme Break the Silence in Abuja, the guest speaker, a journalist and advocate against drugs and other harmful substances, Princess Ekwe Ajide, lamented that over time, laws are enacted in Nigeria without means of implementation in place, that she says defeat the essence over such laws and called for more effort to tackle drug use in the country. According to her, the statistics of drug use are on the increase as children are being raised in an environment where parents are users, and appealed for concerted efforts to catch them young to eliminate the continuous practice. Princess Ekwe, who is the founder for the Bruce the Foundation, stressed that if the country is actually determined to fight drugs, policies on alcohol and cigarette sales and manufacturing must be addressed with utmost concern to reduce cases of mental health problems, particularly amongst teenagers. Earlier, the coordinator, Center for Anti-Prostitution and Empowerment, Amanda Kinsley, spoke on the significance of the summit, saying that it has shaped the lives of children in the community. Some beneficiaries of the program, including Faith Ekweme, Blessing Robert, Evelyn Abraham, and Biraka Agbenu Adams, rolled out the benefits of the summit and pledged to champion the course to achieve a safe and violent-free society. The aim was to catch them young while building in their self-esteem against harmful substances and prostitution. The National Association of the Blind, the Anambra State chapter, has held a one-day leadership training program aimed at enhancing the skills and capabilities of its members. The event, held at St. Peter's Anglican Church, Abagan, Jikoka local government area, brought together visually impaired individuals from across the state to offer them a unique opportunity to learn and grow in various aspects of leadership. Onyinye Agobeze has details of this report.
The program commenced with an opening remark by the chairman of the chapter, Comrade Okamelu Ernest, who emphasized the importance of empowering visually impaired individuals with leadership skills to navigate the challenges of modern society effectively. He commended the resource persons and the participants for their determination and shared his belief in their potential to create positive change within their communities.
We want to equip them with information that will help them to manage an association anytime they find themselves in one head or the other.
During his training session, focusing on leadership and organizational management, the chairman of the Anambra State chapter of the Joint Association of Persons Living with Disabilities, JONAPID, Comrade Ugochukwu Okeke, gave insights into strategic planning, team building, effective communication, and vital skills for anyone seeking to lead and manage effectively. He noted that a leader is an individual who guides and motivates a group of people to achieve a common goal or objective of an organization.
Whatever you are doing as a leader, the basic thing is to achieve a common goal or what? An objective of that what? Organization or a group.
The second session, which delved into the art of public presentation and the significance of looking presentable, was led by Ms. Onyekachi Ukwa and Mr. Chibuzo Obierika, who engaged the participants on ways to improve their public speaking skills, enabling them to communicate their ideas and aspirations more effectively, and also dress well to improve their confidence. In the final session, which shed light on the power of social media and networking, which was led by Mr. Chizoba Oji, informed the attendees on how to leverage online platforms to amplify their voices, connect with like-minded individuals, and advocate for important causes. In their separate remarks, some of the participants, including Mr. Victor Igwebike and Ms. Precious Nzubechukwu, expressed their gratitude for the enlightening and empowering sessions, acknowledging the valuable insights gained during the training program.
I am very, very delighted with the presentations that I received today.
It's going to benefit me in one way or the other, especially if I found myself in the area of leading a group of people. I want to appreciate them for this wonderful gatherings. It's more than I think, it's more than I thought. So I was very, very happy.
From Abagana in Njikoka local government area, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
And all the foreign and Polish government plans referendum on rejecting thousands of illegal immigrants. Provisionally planned for the same day as this October's election, the referendum is a poke in the eye to another EU-wide policy as Warsaw and Brussels clash over Poland's alleged democratic erosion. Poland's ruling party wants to ask voters in a referendum whether they support accepting thousands of illegal immigrants from the Middle East and Africa as part of the European Union relocation plan. The Conservative Party seeks to stave off a challenge from the political opposition. Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki announced the referendum question in a new video published on social media. It indicated that his party, Law and Justice, is seeking to use migration in his general election campaign, a tactic that helped it take power in 2015. The government has previously said it wants to hold the referendum alongside the fall parliamentary election, which is scheduled for October 15th. And now sports. World Athletics has cleared Tobi Amusan to participate in this Men's World Championship in Budapest, Hungary. This means the reigning 100 meters hurdles champion will get the chance to defend her title. The world governing body for athletics has included Amusan in the list of Nigeria athletes that will compete at the tournament. However, the 26-year-old's participation will depend on if she overcomes the anti-doping rule violation charge brought against her by the Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU. Amusan was provisionally suspended last month by the AIU for missing 3 drug tests, but the Nigerian decided to contest the charge. And that's just about it on the news this morning. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Edinburgh Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. On Twitter at ABS Radio TV. You can also follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Now a quick recap of our major stories. Nigerian Navy has pledged to secure Niger River. Outstanding journalists have been given awards by Anambra State chapter of NUJ. Federal government has been urged to protect children from drug abuse. And we also told you on the foreign scene that Polish ruling party has planned a referendum on rejecting thousands of illegal immigrants. And here is a special message once again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news at 7. Many thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Enjoy the rest of your day.